So layout, yesterday we discussed, isn't it? How the elements are arranged in a container, whether it is arranged in the center or in a horizontal way or vertical way. So that defines the layout, isn't it? We discussed many times yesterday. All these we have discussed in the last class. Now we will see the demo of these panels. See, hope you have revised this. Panel is a container. Okay. So we are revising this panels, ext.panel.panel. So this is the basic panel, okay, which acts like a normal panel, right? Okay. So see here, some more points are given here, isn't it? It is a container that has specific functionality that make it the perfect building block for application-oriented user interfaces. We will see how this works. See, this is how a basic panel look like. Okay. So you have, here is the title, and here we are writing the text. Let us see the code. See, very simple coding for creating panel.panel. That is the normal panel. So ext.create, ext.panel.panel, give the title. The title is given as hello. The width, okay, we are setting the width. What is the HTML text we are giving there? World. So P, what is that P tag refer to? Can you say, students? What is that P tag in HTML? All of you are aware of HTML, isn't it? All of you are thorough with HTML actually. What is this P tag refers to? Can you say? What is the P tag? Paragraph, isn't it? It's a paragraph tag. So when you run, you will have this panel. Okay, this is the basic panel. Okay, so the title is hello, and this is the text. So after some space, we have this text, world. Okay, right. This is panel.panel, right? Next, we will see some other panels which are given here. So this is like this is a form panel. Okay, form panel, or so in the panel.panel itself, we are including date field. Okay, so it is a panel created to house input fields used as a part of a container. So this is also a regular panel only, but here you can include some field. What are the fields that are included? See, items. They have included 2 date fields. Okay, 2 date field. So in the first one, they have given the property field label as start date. And the second one, they have given the field label as end date. We will see the output. See here, the title is given as filters. So see, the label is start date for the first one, and the label is end date for the second one. Okay, here date. Since the X type is given as date field, we have a date picker here. Okay, where you can pick the dates easily. You need not type it. Okay, so this is also a normal panel where you can. So this is just a demo which is shown how you can add the fields. Okay, inside a panel. So here label field is inserted, date field is inserted, isn't it? So let us see the coding here. So this is also a panel.panel. Okay, but here they have added many components, many items. Okay, the layout is of type VBox. Okay, vertical box. So that the items will be arranged in a vertical fashion. So here, what are the items that are added? Grid is added. Splitter is added. Okay. So inside this, one more item is added, field label, okay, as data item. Okay, we'll see the demo. See here. So this is the title. So this is arranged in a vertical fashion, right? Arranged in a vertical fashion. This one. So this is the label and text field, and column 1. So this is of type grid. Okay, this is of type grid. Column 1. So this is a grid actually, isn't it? You have cells, isn't it? It is like a cell, and you can pick. So for that also we have written the code. See here, where they have created a store. This is called as array store. So in column 1, array store is created. This is called as array store. Okay. You can pick up. You can pick any. You can select anything. Similarly, this is one grid. Okay, this is another item. So this column 1 is one item. Data item is another item. Between these two, there is some gap. No, that is called as splitter. You understand, students? So many panels can be created in many ways. Okay. So using the properties and methods, you can create the panel in many ways. So this we have seen about panel.panel. The next one is tab.panel. Okay, this is the syntax, isn't it? ext.create, ext.tab.panel, items you can include. See here, a tab panel is created with the attributes height and weight or set. Items are given. What item is added? A panel is added. The name of the panel is tab 1. And the text given there is the first tab. Okay. So when you click the tab, you will get an alert box. So the next item is second tab. Am I right? Tab 2. Okay, we will see the demo. See here. Can you see it is given in very small output is given here. Can you see here? So these are the tab. Actually, this is tab 1. Can you see 2 tabs here? I cannot expand this. I cannot expand, like I can just click this. See, this is tab 1. So when I click tab 1, I will get this alert box, tab 1. Okay, tab 1 was clicked. Okay. So I can click tab 2 also. When I click tab 2, I will get the message. Tab 2. Right? I cannot click tab 1. So when I am clicking this tab, an alert box is displayed. Okay, this is called as a tab panel. So inside, right? So here you can see this is called as the tab panel. So we have seen what is that panel.panel. Okay. Then we have seen we have seen tab.panel. Now let us see what is that form.panel. Yeah. So it is a container for forms, isn't it? Form field. You have to create the syntax is like ext.create, ext.form.panel. So within that you can include the items. Okay. So here is one such coding. See here, child 1. Okay, the child panel is created, another child panel is created, and inside form panel, you have added these two child panels. Okay, you can see the demo here. So here, child, so here text field, actually it is a text field. See here, can you see the text field? The text field is added here. Can you see here? So you see, you can also go to this in Google. You can type extjs panel. Okay, extjs form panel. If you type, you will get this tutorial point. Okay, their demo is also given here, but it is not visible fully. That is the matter. Text field is there. So we have written the text field, isn't it? So this is a basic panel. Form panel is a container for having form field. Tab panel we discussed. We'll see what is that container viewport. So how to create a container viewport. Create viewport. This is the syntax is, you can easily remember the syntax. Okay. Items. Two child panels are added. See here. Actually they have created two basic panels. So in the viewport, they've added these panels. So the output will be like this. Child panel 1. It's not viewed fully. Output is, the result is given, but it is not clearly given. Okay. You will get the panel like this, child panel 1, child panel 2, that you will get. So in a container, you will have two child panels. Okay. So today in this class, we have discussed panel types, container. We discussed what is a container. And then we discussed what are the different panels. Am I right? Isn't it? We discussed about container. Okay. Then we discussed the types of container. So panel.panel, form.panel, tab.panel, container.viewport. All these we have discussed today. So we discussed types of containers, isn't it? What are the types of containers? Panel.panel, form.panel, tab.panel, container.viewport. Like that, there are many types of panels. Okay. See. All these we have seen. Okay. So what is a panel? Panel is a container. Okay. Panel is a container. So which can hold many components, isn't it? So in a panel, we can add many components. We can add toolbars, buttons, text field, label field. Okay, so like this. So how to create a panel? Where some name equal to variable name equal to new ext dot panel. Okay, you can create, or you can use that syntax also, ext dot create of ext dot panel dot panel. Any you have many syntax. Okay. See, there are some types of panels. Okay, so what are the panels means? See, usually you like this type. Can you look at the arrow? Look at my cursor. So this panel is called as tab panel. Okay, and this is the basic panel. This is like a container, isn't it? Where you can add many items. This is the basic panel. Big, where you can add many items. You can add button, you can add text box, label field, whatever. Whatever you like, you can add in this panel. And this is a toolbar. That is also a type of panel. Toolbar is also a type of panel. You have button, isn't it? Maximize and minimize button. Okay. Then tree panel. This is a tree panel. You have a hierarchy of items, one below the other. You can click one and it will expand. Isn't it? It will expand and collapse. This looks like a hierarchy of items. This is called as a tree panel. Similarly, see here, you have an option for searching an item, isn't it? That is called as text input field. You enter a text and you search for the text, which is called as the text input field. So these are the various types of panels. Okay, text input field, tree panel, tab panel, panel, toolbar, buttons. Okay, so the tree panel, this component is one of the most versatile components, isn't it? Normally, in any form or in any application, you have a hierarchy of items placed one below the other, isn't it? So this tree panel is an excellent tool for displaying hierarchical data. So for tree panel also, the base class is bit panel only. Okay, it can have all the benefits of bit panels. So these work can be done. Column resizing, dragging and dropping, sorting and filtering. All these can be done with tree panel. So this is the basic coding for creating a tree panel. ext.create, ext.tree.panel, render to ext.getBody. You can give the title, width and height. Okay, root. Okay, text. You can give the text, whatever text you want to be written in the root. What should be the first data? That is the root, isn't it? So you are giving the text as root. Whether it can be expanded and collapsed, yes. If it is, okay, you can give as true. What are the, so for the root node, for example, here, you have the data here, isn't it? So here, how it looks like means you will have the main root data. Here the name is given as root. Okay. Below that, if you click this, it will expand. So what are the children available for this root node? You will have a text child 1. Isn't it? If true means again this child, if you click this child again, it will be open. Some child items will be open. Okay. So there will be a root data. Below that, you can have many child items. This is the tree panel. You can create any number of items. Okay. This is the tree panel. See, the next text is child 2. The next text is child 3. Like that, it goes on. You can create any number of child fields. So the next one is grid panel. So grids, what do you mean by grid? It is like a table. Okay. You will have rows and columns. Isn't it? You can be able to edit the grid contents also. You can modify. Okay, you can add. Edit means you can add a row or column in a table. You can modify. You can delete a row or column in a table. If the number of records is large, EXTJS grid also takes care of paging. It also manages. Okay, it also manages. It also does page management. Okay. So there are types of grid panels. They are grid panel, editor grid panel, property grid. So this grid panel, no, it shows only the data on the grid. You cannot do any addition. You cannot do any modification on the grid. That is called as a grid panel. Okay. The next type is editor grid panel. So actually this is a derived class of grid panel. So here the columns can be editable. Okay. You can edit the columns, you can edit the rows. Okay. Next one is property. So if you want to view only the data, you can make use of the first one. If you want to edit the data, then you can use the second one. Property grid. So this grid, the data will be managed as key value pairs. Key value, we have already studied in the second unit. What is a key value pair? That will be a key and there will be a value for the key. For example, in the second unit, we studied animal. What is the name of the animal? Cat. So animal is the key. The value for the animal is cat. Isn't it? So the data will be viewed as key value pairs. That is property group. The next one is event. Once again.